The work of director Akira Kurosawa is a catalog of his own personal beliefs, his own morality. As a young man, Kurosawa was involved in left-wing political movements, but later in life, his lens becomes more humanistic, more universal. He found political statements limiting, choosing instead to explore ethical dilemmas, which did not threaten to date his material. These questions play a central role in his work, from the samurai epics for which he is famous, to modern tales of mid-century Japan. Some of Kurosawa's best work can be found in these modern morality plays, which catalog a country finding its footing among the rubble of World War II. The pinnacle of this less conspicuous genre can be found in 1963's High and Low. The Japanese title is more accurately translated to Heaven and Hell, and the title is apt. This is a tale of two cities, the gleaming city on the hill and the slums of Yokohama below. The fortress of glass and concrete that sits above the smog shelters its protagonist, Gondo, a wealthy shoe executive. Gondo is about to stage a coup to seize power over the board of directors at the shoe company, readying his own personal fortune to purchase a controlling stake in the corporation. His adversaries are interested in short-term profits, willing to compromise quality for quick returns. Toshiro Mifune gives a dazzling physical performance, charging through the living room like a bull. When an attempt to abduct his child for ransom fails, it is revealed that the kidnapper's error has accomplished a far more nefarious deed, abducting the child of his driver. A father would certainly give everything for his son, but how about the son of a subordinate? The film's first half is a bottle show of sorts, taking place almost entirely in Gondo's cavernous living room, which overlooks the smoggy city below. It could even be a film stage play in the hands of a lesser director. Kurosawa is a director with a distinct visual language, a morality of sorts that Kurosawa refuses to violate. The camera moves when characters move. Framing and blocking are essential. Character placement is meticulously planned to communicate visually the beliefs, ambitions, and opinions of the players, and their struggles to reconcile these forces. The choice of shots also evokes the ethical questions being asked, and reveals Gondo's personal morality in a stark fashion. The second half of the film explodes into the world proper, becoming a police procedural with a thrilling train sequence, and creating a stark contrast with the film's more theatrical opening. Eventually we meet the antagonist, a young man who is tortured by his poverty and the relentless reminder of his circumstances in the form of Gondo's house, which towers over his hovel like the castle of a corrupt ruler. This too is a visual metaphor for the classes. Kurosawa's films typically have a surrogate for the director himself, placing his own persona into the story as a means to parse through the mire of right and wrong. This is not a pursuit of ego, but a punctuation of his belief that each of us has a responsibility to each other, to care for one another with an attitude of service. Gondo's ultimate sacrifice is more than monetary. He's willing to start over, to distill his life into its more basic components and most essential ambitions. an ambition not to generate wealth, but to serve. Gondo finds this responsibility is where meaning lies. Observe how Kurosawa places his characters at any given moment.
私はね、靴屋はカバンも作らされたもんですよ。こんな時に見習い子の腕が役に立つとは思わなかった。全く最初から出直しだ。
To survive as a society, our burdens are ours to carry.